So today we are playing a deck you guys probably like but rarely play, and that is the Advisor Mill, but today with a little bit of a twist. We are actually not splashing green. Last time when we played Advisors, I was like, I think this is a little bit slow. You had a lot of Simic growth chambers and a lot of tapped lands in general, and it just felt a little slow against some decks, even though you of course can mill yourself for Gnaw to the bone in that deck. But today we are trying something a little different, because today we are not milling ourselves but only our opponents with mono blue advisors. So this is my attempt to make the deck go even faster than it was before, and I think it could actually make sure you have some pretty good matchups. Now we are still playing the best advisors we can, and I've managed to fit a counterspell in the deck, which I feel like is really nice in general. So since we are milling just the opponent, we have to play some Relics of Progenitus in the main deck, right? I think I'm playing one more in the sideboard. Yes, I am. This is really important, right? It's a 1-drop, so if you don't have an advisor on one, you can instead play your Relic, which also feels really good. And I think if you mill your opponent's entire deck, you will most likely find something worth exiling with the Relic, so that feels pretty good. We are playing 4 Glistener Seers. This card is pretty amazing. 3 Mod Dust Changelings. Again, this is a shapeshifter, so it does count as an advisor. We're playing 20 lands. I'm trying out 1 Lonely Sandbar because we could get flooded pretty easily actually, although a lot of the advisors we play serve as cantrips too. You play the Crier, which is draw a card and discard a card. You can discard a Deep Analysis, you can discard a land if you have multiple, so this works pretty well. The Fortune Teller from Avatar has been a pretty nice staple, mainly because it has 3 toughness, so it does survive the Arms of Adars and Breath Weapons and Drowned Sorrows and stuff like that. It also does create a clue, which is really good. You know, in this deck it's very likely, since you are not playing Winding Ways, that you can get flooded and not have enough creatures. So I think the Fortune Teller does solve that pretty well. We are playing, I think, just 11 of the Petitioners. Some people play 10, some people play 12. I am usually in the middle on 11. You will mostly find one in your opening hand, and then if you don't, you are very likely to draw one in the next couple of turns. Like I said, I'm playing 4 counterspells. Yes, counterspell is really good. We are playing full blue mana base, so there is no real reason not to play it, and there wasn't really more advisors I wanted to play, so I just went with a counterspell so that we have some main deck interaction too. The Pond Prophet is amazing. This is the only card that straight up draws another card. It is pretty sweet. We have the double blue pip. This card is alright guys. First game we actually find a pretty solid hand. I will keep this. There is no 1-drop though, so maybe this is not that ideal. Okay, Idyllic Beachfront. This could be pretty difficult. I'm gonna go Island. Suddenly no 1-drop. If he had a 1-drop, this would be amazing. But like this, I'm not so sure. Did they go Island? This looks like they will hold up a counterspell, which I'm okay with after all. Okay, I don't want them to counter the Petitioners. It's okay if they counter the Fortune Teller, I guess. So let's play the Fortune Teller. They don't. Okay, sure. We have a clue. Let's go. They will cycle Lorien probably. Yep. Island, sure. So this is either FAMS, which is not an ideal matchup, I think. And that's it? They're gonna just pass? Okay, sure. I suppose I will swing first, because I'm not, you know, I'm not really tapping anything like this. Do I just hold up counterspell? I think I'm gonna go Bellowing Crier. It works too, sure. We find another Crier. I'm gonna discard the Deep Analysis here. And let's go to end step. Another land. This is Muldrifter Ephemerate time, or... No, it's Familiars though. Okay. It kinda sucks actually. We're gonna do our best though. We're gonna do our best. Another Bellowing Crier, okay. I think I'm gonna just play 1 Crier. They probably have like, I could start milling is the thing, but they probably have something to go around this. So I think I'm gonna discard this Island here. Should I, or should I discard the Crier? I think it's an Island, yeah. Okay, let's go to combat. I think I will swing. There's no reason not to, because I'm not tapping still. We're gonna block, sure. Okay, we have a counterspell ready, which is pretty cool. They're gonna go Plains. They're gonna evoke a Drifter. Well, it doesn't matter how we do it. If they want, they can do whatever, basically. So let's do it like that. They will Ephemerate, probably. That's it? Okay, then that's good. That's good. That's fine. Let's see what else they have. Preordain is okay. That's it. Okay. I'm gonna crack this clue. This is why clues are so nice. Another Forecasting Fortune Teller, sure. Find an Island as well, okay. So the thing is, I'm gonna Persistent Petitioners here. They will remove Soul, I will counterspell the Remove Soul. They probably have Negate though, they don't, okay. Okay, so this is the ideal thing. I'm not gonna swing, we can tap, so that's pretty good. I'm very afraid though, obviously I'm very afraid here. Archaeomancer, okay. What are what are you bringing back? Is it remove soul? No, it's preordain. Sure, that's okay. You can cast preordain, yep. Play land, sure. Declare attackers, end of combat, end step. Okay, I'm gonna mill them. Snap, prohibit, sure. They're gonna ephemerate, yep, that was smart. Definitely a matchup where we want the Relic of Progenitus, to say at least. They can pick up snap, go prohibit, okay, sure. So they have prohibit up. I can fight, I can fight over it. In case they have snap, I think I wanna actually go Glistener's here, because I still want to have 4 advisors, right? Though, yeah, I guess we can tap as a reaction. Do you think they will prohibit me? I think I'm gonna go for casting Fortune Teller. This will get prohibited. It won't, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go to combat and pass. We know they have a prohibit. They will rebound their Archaeomancer, sure thing. I'm not gonna counterspell that. Though they have prohibit whenever they want, so it's not like, you know, this counterspell actually doesn't do much. They're gonna pick up the Ephemerate, yep. 1. They're gonna draw first. We actually have 6 advisors, pretty close, pretty cool. They're gonna get the snap, yep. Gonna snap my guy. I'm gonna mill 12 on their part. In that case, I could scry 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, because I could scry 1 my upkeep if I want. Although I can do that anyway. Oh, actually it was a mistake. Now we're getting snapped, that's cool. We still have the deep unlesses, which is pretty cool. Combat, end of combat, second main, end step, sure. I'm gonna clue token. They have prohibit, they have also ephemerate, so they can do some nasty things to us, which is not very good. More petitioners, that's cool. I'm gonna deep unlesses, choose me. Find the counterspell and a lonely sandbar. Alright, I'm gonna try to persistent petitioners, they will counterspell. Prohibit, rather, okay. Yeah, there is not much I can do. I'm just gonna play the sandbar and chill, I guess. I'm not winning through combat damage, so I just need to force through 1 persistent petitioner and be good, basically. But they can ephemerate infinitely, so I'm gonna snap my Glistener's here. Okay, I'm gonna scry. Bond Prophet. I don't even think I want that, actually. Gonna go with the landscape. The problem is they can ephemerate whenever the hell they want, so that's pretty good for them. I think I'm gonna really fight over these petitioners. Like, if you get them online, it feels amazing, right? I have double counterspell for it, so they're gonna pick up the ephemerate, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that a mystic turn? No. It looked like a mystic, but they're gonna wait on it. Maybe a Muldrifter. Okay, Muldrifter, yep. Are you gonna ephemerate that? Yes, okay. Drawing a lot of cards. If 1 petitioners goes through, they're gone. That's pretty good. They have 7 cards though. Yeah, I don't think this is not looking too hot, is it? They have a lot of counter magic in their hand, and they can. Yeah, if we had the Relic of Progenitus, this feels different. Okay, sure. They're gonna chance a Rebecca land. They have 12 cards in their deck though. Not simple for them, not simple at all. Deep unlesses. I think I'm just gonna try to force through petitioners. They're pretty tapped out. I'm gonna try it. I have double counterspell. I'll try to ephemerate. I'm gonna counterspell the ephemerate. We win the game. Okay, pretty cool. So what do we actually want? Like, unable to scream is pretty bad, right? They can just ephemerate anything. Annul is pretty bad. I think honestly we have maybe 1 more relic. I think I wanted to play some dispels before, so maybe I should have done that. Yeah, I think the annuls are not too necessary, and Gotcha doesn't feel great too. They will bring like last breaths and stuff. I really wish I had some dispels here, for sure. Alright, I do like the counter spells though. I think I'm gonna just cut probably 1 deep unlesses and just gonna submit like that. Wow, that's a hand right there. Can we even keep this? I don't think so. 2-lander, 3-lander, that's better. Okay. I think, well, it kind of sucks that we have no 1-drops, but I think I'm gonna ditch the Crier. I really wish, like, this is basically why I built this deck, so that I am sure I have 1-drop on turn 1. Both games we didn't have a 1-drop, so that kind of sucks. They go landscape, yeah, still no 1-drop. Man, this is not great. This is not great at all. They're gonna go plains, interesting. So this tells me they may have like last breath or something. They're gonna go freaking familiar and I can do anything about it. Yep. I wonder how do you actually remove Sunscape Familiar as a mono blue deck? You kinda maybe don't actually. This is really bad suddenly. Okay, I'm gonna go, well, I will try to stick petitioners, though I will get last breathed, I'm sure, or snapped or whatever, right? Okay, they leave up. Okay, that's last breath. That's bad. No, it's snap. Okay, sure. No, yeah, this is cooked. This is bad. This is really bad. It was basically no 1-drop into turn 2 familiar. Like, that's horrendous. They can even like go Muldrifter Ephemerate if they want. Yeah, that's nasty. We lost if they Ephemerate especially. Yeah, nice turn 3. I'm gonna concede. I'm gonna concede for sure. I mean, the Unables, they're fine. They require ephemerate. Should we actually go for the unable to screams though? Like, is that really something we want to do? The counter spells are fine when we're on the play. I would wish for 1 drop. I'm gonna cut 1 deep unlesses, 2 criers. Give me some unables here, like 2 maybe. I'm gonna bring in one crier back. I'm looking for a hand with 1 drops, of course. Yep, that's pretty good. I'm gonna keep, I think. Searching, I'll play the seer. I'm gonna search for... It's either a counter spell or we can go really fast, try to mill them. Okay, I'm gonna go Island, Glistener Seer. We can upkeep Scry, it's pretty good. Idyllic Beachfront, I'm gonna Scry. Land, bottom, Modest Changeling. Okay, sure. I actually like that. Though I think I'm gonna go for casting Fortune Teller here. Draw. Bellowing Crier. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Modest Changeling first. Maybe I should have Scryed again. I don't... Yeah, probably. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna attack. Maybe I can actually just Bellowing Crier though. I'm gonna Bellowing Crier. Relic is great. Okay. I don't think we need this Modest Changeling. Do we need this land? I think, yeah. Maybe we do need this land, but this Modest Changeling also pretty cool. I'm gonna actually discard the Changeling. Gonna go to combat, and I'm searching for desperately for a Petitioner. Maybe I should play 12 copies, actually. You really need it, otherwise your deck doesn't work. They're gonna go for Ponder, yep. They decline to use the Ponder's ability, so they do find the land. Pretty cool. Second main, end step. I'm gonna Scry. Yes, top that, love it. Next turn, draw Petitioners. Okay, so we can actually try to go Relic first. Let's see if they bite, because this is very, like, you don't want this. If you're playing Familiars, you don't want the Relic on the board. They're gonna counter, yep, that makes sense. Prohibit, yep, no problem. Gonna go Island, and we're actually just using Petitioners here. And I'm not swinging. I think I'm just gonna tap these 4 and Scry on my end step. They're gonna search for something with the landscape. Still on 2 lands, maybe a 3rd one, who knows. No, oh no, yeah, it's their upkeep, sure. They shuffled. Maybe they shuffled away the Ponder. Here's a Sunscape Familiar, that's good for them. Okay, second main. End step, I'm gonna mill them for 12, of course. Okay, a couple things here, including an Archaeomancer. I'm gonna Scry 1. Fortune Teller, I'm actually gonna bottom a Fortune Teller. I don't need that. Let's draw an Island. I'm gonna crack a clue. Bellowing Crier, gonna cast that. Island, okay, I'm gonna discard an Island. Not ideal, of course, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pass. Now they can start cooking really hard if they want. I think they may have us, actually, but we're gonna see. They have up to 5 mana. This can literally be evoked Muldrifter. 4 mana, okay. Is this Lorien revealed? It's an Archaeomancer, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. What are you bringing back? The Ephemerate, maybe? Yes, okay. I can actually mill 1 more, it's pretty cool, because I can activate the ability of the Petitioner, and then we can tap 4 other Petitioners. Maybe I could have done that even before, but I don't think I had the opportunity, because this was summoning sick, right? They're gonna bring back Negate. It's fine. That's good. That's fine. Begin combat, yep. Oh, I actually don't have the mana. I should have played the Island. Actually, a huge mistake here. Okay, I'm gonna mill them. This could have been 2 more cards milled. I don't know how important that is, but we have the Negate. We have the Fortune Teller. Works, okay. I'm gonna crack this clue first. Island. Okay, I'm gonna play 1. Just passing the turn. They have to have an answer for this Petitioner, but I think they, of course, will. They can even, like, bring back a Snap if that's what they want to do, right? So, yeah, sure. They can get back a Snap, so awesome for them. No, they'll get back the Ephemerate. Okay, so they can Ephemerate back the Snap anyway. Gonna go another Familiar, scary stuff. And Ephemerate, getting back a Snap, I think. Yeah, sure. They're gonna snap me. Okay, I'm gonna mill them first. And then I'm gonna mill them for this much. They have 8, sure. They have the Petitioners, cool, but this is obviously gonna get counterspelled. Unless we milled their counterspells, right? But we're gonna see. Depends what left in their deck, I suppose. Since I don't think they're playing Campfire. They could be playing like Mortuary Mire. I don't see we didn't mill that, so that's a thing. Glistener Seer. Alright. Are we playing into potential counter magic? Do we know about any counter magic? They have Negate, so I guess I should try the Petitioner. I mean, Prohibit, remove Soul, sure. Let's go Glistener Seer, guys, actually pretty important. Do you think we are winning through combat damage? I think never, but I can attack with this Changeling. But sooner they're gonna mill themselves out, so no, not really. Okay. We're gonna pretend we have a counterspell, I think. Have Rebound. They can start like snapping us back and stuff forever, but yeah, okay. So what did they get back? Ephemerate, yep. They should have actually one less card. Okay, wow, Mystic's very good. I think we lose on the Mystic and they go Mire. Yep, we didn't mill the Mire. That's actually pretty unlucky. We didn't mill the Mire from all of these cards. But it is what it is, we lose. Now they have us on lock. They can lock us with Remove Soul and stuff, so yeah. Okay, I forgot to scry, whatever. Yeah, okay, they have us, they have us. Yeah, because they can return Flicker. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna concede. Good game against Familiars. Alright guys, next game we go against Goblin Bombardment and we win the die roll. I did make some changes. There are more 1-drops in the deck now. Okay, a 3-lander. That's fine. I'm also playing 2 Lonely Sandbars because I play more 1-drops. I'm also playing 4 Deep Unlisses in this one now. I'm gladly going to start with the Relic of Progenitus. It really depends what are they playing, of course, but I think this is gonna be fine. I'm gonna start things off with the Relic. They go Forest, okay. And Fin on Elves. Okay, Elves. Well, hard matchup. I wish I had some 1-drop creatures for that so that we can start milling them ASAP. Okay, another Relic isn't really doing all that, so I'm just gonna go Bond Prophet here. Okay, Modas Changeling is very good. I do like that. I think I can discard the other Relic. We just need to be fast, like as fast as we can. Because it depends what they're gonna play now, but we could be in trouble. Cycle End. Okay, I'm just gonna exile the End instantly. In case there is a Masked Vandal. I hope there is no Priest of Titania. That would be, let's just say, not ideal. There's obviously Priest of Titania, of course. Island. Okay, sure. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go Bellowing Crier. I think I'm gonna discard the other Relic. Petitioner's pretty good. I'm gonna discard the other Relic, like I said. Gonna play Mod Dust Changeling. The problem is they have million of mana now, so this smells like trouble, to be completely honest. This smells like trouble. Right, like, if they have Kyrian Ranger, this is bad. If they have Kyrian Ranger, they rip the perfect elf hand. If they don't have a Kyrian Ranger, it's fine. They didn't slam the Ranger. Maybe this is better than it looks. They go lead the Stampede. Okay, maybe they still have the Ranger. How much do they whiff and how much do they hit is the question. They hit a Vandal, which is terrible, but they also hit an End. So so they can exile the Relic perfectly. Okay, interesting. I don't see a payoff in their hand. That's pretty cool, I suppose. But yeah, other than that, this doesn't feel great at all because they can Forest Cycle. They're gonna Vandal my Relic, so I don't get the card. Just not very good. Yeah. Oh, Timberwatch. Okay, well, we're dead next turn, I think. Unless we can... I don't know. Unless we can what? Yeah, 5 Elf. Our Shapeshifters do count, so that sucks. Another island, sure. I think I'm gonna just... Persistent Petitioners. And I'm actually gonna exile this. Okay, I'm actually gonna play the other Petitioners. They don't have a creature in the graveyard. They already used their End, so this should be okay. I'm not gonna do anything like that. I'm not gonna attack. We will start milling them and hopefully it works. We're gonna go Elvish Mystic. Yep. I mean, if there's a Kyrian Ranger, this is bad. There's a Vandal. Okay. No, nothing in the graveyard though. They're just gonna use it to just buff the count of mana and Timberwatch Elf, right? Timberwatch Elf damage. Oh, they have Hydra too? Okay. But they actually just cast it like this, okay. They did it weird because they missed the damage. They did it really weird actually. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna mill them. Sure. Let's draw. Petitioners. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let me play the island. I'm gonna play the Petitioners. I might block with one of the Petitioners. How likely is it that we get 2 more Petitioners? It's very unlikely actually. Okay. But I can also mill them like that. Yeah, okay. Let's go to combat. Let's see what they do. Let's just see what they do. I think I'm gonna block at some point. They go Elvish Mystic. Yep. 8 mana. Is that... Do they have another Nyxborn Hydra? Really? Is that what you have? Nyxborn Hydra? Oh, probably. Okay. So we're dead. Yeah, so you're telling me their last card is a Nyxborn Hydra, huh? Okay. Okay. Yes, it actually is. That's actually pretty wild, but okay. They're gonna Nyxborn Hydra the Nyxborn Hydra. Sure, we're just dead. Oh, they're gonna buff it pre-combat. Okay. This is like... So I need to prevent 10 damage, which is actually... Is it doable? Okay, let me think. It definitely is doable, but preferably I would like to keep a Persistent Petitioner on the board, right? Yeah, so... Well, I can't really do that though. I have to go like this. It actually sucks. I have to block something else with this, really? Because this is 20 damage, now 21. This is actually so bad. I'm gonna go Bellowing Crier. Those are my blocks. I'm gonna do a couple of things. First things first. I'm gonna make them mill a card. Then I'm gonna make them mill a card. Then I'm gonna make them mill 12 cards. But this is not good enough. We were a turn too slow. They had the insane hand though, but still. We are at 1 life. What? Oh, it's exactly 20. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind then. I miscounted. It's not like we... Yeah, even if I found the other guy, it's still not enough. So we just lost. That's fine. I'm gonna bring in Gutshot. Unable to scream probably. Which isn't very good because Nyxborn Hydra is the thing. But I'm gonna try it. What we don't need are the relics. And I mean, counterspell's fine. But can we even... Okay, I'm gonna cut 2 Criers. I thought I play 4 Deep Unlisses. Interesting. I played 2. Really? Alright, I suppose I played 2. Okay, whatever. Okay, we have a Gutshot. We have a Petitioner hand. That's not bad. I actually like this. They move to 6. Okay. I'm gonna go Island, Glistener Seer. We're gonna go Fyndhorn Elves. I could Gutshot this, but I think I'm gonna wait for a Priest of Titania, to be completely honest. I'm gonna upkeep Scry, Island. I think I'll bottom an Island. Let's draw. Deep Unlisses. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm gonna be efficient with my mana and cast Persistent Petitioners. If things go right, next turn we could start milling them actually, which is ideal. Okay, they make more mana, more elves. That's fine, I don't care. That's actually okay. I don't think I'm gonna scry this turn. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna scry this turn. Because if we find this, we can start milling precisely. I'm gonna go Billowing Crier. Discard Deep Unlisses. I'm gonna go Glistener Seer, and it's mill time. Priest. Okay, I'm gonna Gutshot that. And Binding Way, quite a perfect hand, if I say so myself. It also seems like they top decked the Priest. They find 3 things, including a Well-Wisher, which is very weird to play against us, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna Gutshot the Priest of Titania, and I'm gonna mill them. Pretty cool. Let's draw. Oh, that's less cool, but okay. I'm gonna Deep Unlisses, I suppose. We play basically 18 lands, 2 Lonely Sandbars. Ooh, okay. Okay, this means we can scry at the end of turn, because we have this. That's pretty cool. They're gonna cast an Avenging Hunter. We don't really care. Or do we? We're gonna see. Second main. First things first. Let's scry with this guy. We find a Pond Prophet, which is sweet. I'm gonna top a Pond Prophet, and then we're gonna mill them. 21 cards, right? Draw. Find the Prophet. Let's play the Prophet. Mod Dust Changeling. Let's play that too. Why not? We are at 7 Petitioners. 1 more, and we could mill double, but we can also mill like this, right? We can mill 2 singular ones with the Petitioners and then 12, so that's 14 cards. It doesn't really change the mill clock, but it's still pretty cool. They're gonna put some counters on the Avenging Hunter. That's fine. I could have also steal the initiative. I will maybe with the Mod Dust. We're gonna see. Take a Winding Way. That's fine. They go to 16 cards. Okay. 12 cards. 14 down. Yeah, that's pretty good. Timberwatch. Yep, they are turn late now. We went first, found a decent hand, and this works. I'm gonna take 7. I'm gonna mill a singular ones with the Petitioner. I'm gonna tap 4 guys, mill them for 12. 1, 2, 3, and I'll do 4. But also gonna scry with the Seer. Find the Petitioner, stop that. Let's draw, and we will play the Petitioners, and we will tap 4 and win the game. Gonna mill like that. We're gonna mill with the singular ones. Why not? And let's go to combat. I'm gonna let them keep the initiative. They're gonna trap us. We go down to 3, and then we're gonna win the game. Maybe could have attacked with the flyer, right? But it didn't matter at that point. We could have stole the initiative, but it's all good. We win. Nice. Nice. Okay. Yeah, doesn't feel bad. Doesn't feel bad. Gutshot is good. Unable to scream is fine. I think I'm gonna rerun this. I'm gonna rerun this list. We didn't find a counter spell really, but that's okay. We just need answers for the Priest of Titania and we should be good. 1 lander, huh? Well, it's a pretty good one though. If we can find more lands, this is sweet. We are pretty fast. Let's keep. I don't hate this. They kept 7, so they have good hand. Okay. Crier, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna go Glistener Seer. I need to find, yeah, probably a land. Gutshot. It depends what they play. Gutshot is keepable and it's not at the same time, right? It just really depends what they're gonna play. Another Llanowar Elf, sure. Cycle end, so that's not Priest this turn, that's good. We are trying to find a land then. Let's remove all counter, scry. Petitioners are good, not now. I'm gonna bottom. Land, beautiful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go as fast as I can. Well, maybe it's better to go for a Pond Prophet, actually. I'm gonna go Pond Prophet. We can find a land. Okay, Mod Dust Changeling. I actually like this, but we need lands and we need Petitioners. And then we're happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Avenging Hunter. Okay, sure. So Modas Changeling can yoink the initiative temporarily. Maybe should have played the Changeling then. I'm gonna scry one again. Unable to scream. Yeah, that is pretty good. I'm gonna do that. No, but it's actually bad. They're gonna get the Forge. It's really bad. They're gonna... Wait, is it bad? Yeah, it's pretty bad. I have to go unable to scream. They're gonna Forge the guy though. And I actually have to go Glistener Seer so that if they attack with the Forge, yeah, it sucks though. A Bind the Monster would be much better in this scenario. Much better. Although, not really, because they have Carrion Ranger. Are they gonna go here? Yeah, it's smart to go on the 3-3. Smarter to go there. I also, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. I think we lose. Pretty unlucky. We got flooded, yeah, with creatures and didn't find any lands. I should have, like, it's very tempting to play the Modas Changeling because, you know, you can steal the initiative back, but yeah, they're gonna swing. Yep. Okay. Sucks. Okay, now we find an island. At least that's something. I think I'm gonna vomit out what I have. So I'm gonna go Modas Changeling. Also, I didn't scry. Not locked in. And I'm gonna go Automaton. I have double scry for next turn. It's pretty cool. They're gonna go Trap me probably, which I don't love, but it is what it is. The Crier could be a good blocker though. I lose 5. Alright. Please don't have anything crazy. Obviously have some, like, okay, but they're drawing insane too. Like, Jesus Christ. They're gonna hit like 3 to 5 creatures here. Yeah, obviously. Oh, it's a freaking Vandal. Bro, Timberwatch, okay. That's not good. That's not good at all. Nah, it's actually a crazy hit. The Timberwatch Elf is a crazy hit. Well-Wisher, okay. We can find a basic land, if that ever helps. Should I scry? Yeah, I think I'm gonna scry with this guy. No, because we can find the basic anyway after we steal the initiative. Gutshot, man, that's almost so good. Fuck. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna tap this Automaton, give this flying. Okay, I'm gonna attack. I need another Gutshot or something. We have the initiative, that's nice. I need Gutshot, I need Unable to Scream for this Timberwatch Elf. Maybe I should actually tap to make sure I find it, because if I don't find it, I'm pretty screwed. Yeah, I'm actually gonna scry one before I use the Bellowing Crier. Modas Changeling is a bottom. I'm gonna go Bellowing Crier. Please, one of the cards I mentioned before. Lonely Sandbar. I mean, there's still a chance. Gonna discard the Pond Prophet, as weird as it might seem. I'm gonna cycle the Sandbar. Island. Okay. That's bad. Sure. They do play another Timberwatch. Alright. And of course a Vandal to destroy my Automaton. Yep. That's crazy. Oh, they're gonna destroy Unable to Scream. That's better. Yeah, that's much better actually. So we lost, is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, 15-14 Trampler. Alright. I'm gonna concede. We can't deal with this. GG. Alright guys, welcome back to the conclusion. And as you guys have seen, the deck without green doesn't really work. The green is such a good supporting color for this archetype. Milling your opponent is fine, but you are still a little bit too slow for the top meta decks of the format. It's a fun deck to play. Maybe I made some deck building mistakes. I mean, maybe you could go even faster. Maybe the package with Bellowing Crier and Deep Analysis isn't the right one. I also got a little bit too unlucky in a lot of games and got flooded like crazy, so that's definitely not ideal as well. The deck is just a little bit too slow, and cards like Moment's Peace and Not to the Bone make this deck really good and make it actually shine. You have some really bad matchups. I mean, like Elves are faster than you, Familiars are faster than you. You kinda crumble to creature removal, though I've tried to fix that with counter spells and dispels. It just wasn't enough. I also got a little unlucky with the flooding, but no, I don't think I would play this version over the Simic one. Even though this deck wasn't a success, I think it still taught a pretty important lesson about deck building, and that this glass cannon of a strategy without like any pillars to actually support it, in that case that being the green color, right, for the Moment's Pieces and Not to the Bones, the deck doesn't really work. Well, anyway, even though it wasn't really a success, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, there is a link to Patreon below where I post more successful brews every Saturday. If you enjoyed this video though, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Let me know below in the comment section how would you improve this deck to make it better, and bye.